Hey guys, I'm back, another day in the shop. I got something really cool I want to look at today. It's from Nitecore. They contacted me and asked me to take a look at it, and I have heard fantastic things about their lights. I have never tried one. I have a couple of their battery chargers for rechargeable batteries, and they are great. So I'm pretty excited. So we're looking at the MT10C. You can see it's already got some of the information right there. Just to make sure that I had a proper charger to charge the battery should I need it. They sent me one too, which is really awesome. So you can see we've got some of the information here on the box already, which is pretty nice. I'm really excited to check out a Nitecore flashlight. So this is something I am most excited for. Why everyone doesn't do this. Anyway, let's just get into this. So let's see what we got here. We'll just take everything out like a kid at Christmas, because it's almost Christmas time. So what do we have? So we have... oh, there's some more stuff. I thought I heard stuff rattling around. Oh, Michael, thanks for taking the time to review our products. That's nice. Okay. We've got important notes on charging and using. Okay. We've got, oh, is this registration? Okay. And then we've got the actual instructions here, the user's manual. Let's get our clip popped on there. I'm always afraid to scratch the finish on these things when I put the clip on. But I guess that would be part of the review itself, wouldn't it? If that happened. I always like to use the clip too as an index, so I like to keep my clip directly opposite of where the buttons are. So if it's at night or pitch black conditions, if I know where the clip is, I know exactly where the buttons are because they're exactly opposite. So God bless Nitecore for this. Why is such a brilliant, simple thing not done on every flashlight? So you have a separate on-off switch, and then you simply have your modes up or down. Sweet baby Jesus, why is this not everywhere? This is exactly what this is perfect. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but just this design. Why is this not duplicated on every flashlight everywhere? So here's our rechargeable battery. One drawback here is that we actually have to take the battery out to look at it. Or to recharge it, to look at it, I know what I'm saying. So we've got our flashlight assembly here. Let's take a look at all this cool stuff that comes in the accessory bag. So we've got, you know, lanyard, standard. We've got what I believe is probably the adapter ring, so if we want to put a disposable CR123 in there instead of the rechargeable that comes with it. Two different sized O-rings for replacement, and a replacement button, which is cool. And the sheath here, very heavy gauge nylon, heavy duty Velcro. This guy, I imagine, sits nice and snug. Oh. No, it's made for this clip to fit all the way in too, huh? Gotta break that nylon in a little bit, but fits very securely in there. It gives you the clip-on option. Has a small belt loop right there, and also has a nylon flap. And this is, what is this, about 1 inch? Yeah, so just wide enough to go through Molly Gear Pals webbing, or you could just Velcro it onto some other strap too. Nice addition. Alright, so small size, very lightweight. No idea how hot this thing gets, but at 920 lumens I imagine it does get a little bit hot. Interesting. It's kind of standard that when you use the rechargeable, you know, high capacity battery, you're going to get better runtime and brighter max lumens than with this, you know, the alkaline type battery. But interesting here, they give you the chart for both, and this is the CR123, and this is the battery that comes with it. And you can see the big difference in max lumens using each one. Another interesting thing is the different modes that you get with this flashlight. It doesn't do the standard ones that a lot of flashlights do. So let's go through them all. It has a turbo mode that will bring you directly to your 900 lumens. I'm not sure what mode I'm in now, but if we hold the up button down for 1 second, that brings us right there. Now your turbo mode, 920 lumens. This has a max time of 3 minutes. A lot of these lights have timers, you know, so you're not overheating circuits and you're not draining your battery. So you can get right there. There's also a mode to do it. If we just press down, let's go down. And I think if you press the up and turn it on at the same time, it brings you right there. So you're right there. Nice solid clicking too. So if we started our 920 lumen mode, I'm only going to cover with the rechargeable battery. I'm not talking about with the CR123, and yeah, it's getting warm already. Next we go down to a 500 lumen, to a 180 lumen, to a 70 lumen, and now we're going to go to a 1 lumen mode, which, you know, in this light is barely visible, but of course we'll see it tonight in the dark. Now we're going to go to a red light mode, which, can you see, is a 0.8 lumen signal light, it says, which is, I guess, a red flasher, right? Still at 0.8 lumens. And I hope that's coming out on the camera. Okay, now we've got some special modes. So it has a strobe mode. We press both of these buttons together. Whoa. Yeah, that's strobe. Press them again. I guess I turned it off. There we go. That's location beacon. So that's one flash every second. And that's still at 920 lumens for those. And then we press it one more time, both buttons together, and we get SOS. And that is a long, slow SOS. Now, at any point we want to exit these strobe modes, you just press the up or down, and that brings you back through your standard modes. God bless, I gotta say again, I love this. How simple to have an up and down instead of having, you know, I always love lights that give me a separate mode from my on-off switch, but to give me an up and down, I mean, this can't have taken, you know, rocket science to put in there, and God bless Nitecore for putting this in. This, I could see this, just because of the ease of operation, taking the place of my Olight M1X Striker, which has a separate mode from on-off button, but it is a cycle through all modes button, which doesn't let me go through and pick. And this also having the red light and the signal, and then that locator beacon, which is awesome for so many different things. I'm just saying that mode that most lights will never have. I mean, the red light modes, but then this mode, I think that's really cool too. And then we'll go back up. I think this is just a terrifically versatile light that gives you so much utility in such a small little package too. And for something this small, to give you the 920 lumens, that's great. And I would absolutely invest in some more rechargeable batteries for it. IMR 18350, just so I would always have max capability. Now, yeah, you could do the CR123s too, but it's going to cut your lumens like in half. If you're into that. I mean, the max light output with the CR123 is less than the next mode down from this, you know. Well, I shouldn't say that because there. So now we're at 920. That's 500. Their max with the alkaline battery is less than this. Now, again, you know, I don't know how often you're going to need 920 lumens, but wouldn't you want the versatility if you had it? I mean, so I'm a fan of rechargeable batteries just because it makes sense to be able to recharge them. If I had one complaint, if I was going to nitpick one thing, I'd like to be able to recharge the battery, you know, by plugging it in without having to take it out. But if you're out in the field anyway, that might not even be an option. So I'm not going to complain. I think this is, so far, a great light and a great package. I didn't mention the clip before, but it's a nice deep carry clip. Its placement, I guess we could turn it around and get more of a deep carry from it. The way it's placed right now still puts a significant amount of that light out of your pocket. I think that if we turned it around and it's not going to be easy getting it off of here. I think if we flipped it around though, it's a little bit more than midway back. It would put a little bit more of the light in your pocket. It doesn't have that two-way feature, but I think that you could probably still put this on the bill of a hat pretty well the way it's situated, and use this as a hands-free light, even though it's not designed with that two-way clip feature that some of the other ones are. I think it's a really, really well-made light. We haven't talked about waterproof and drop rating though. So it's 1 meter impact resistant and IPX8, and so IPX8, if you guys don't remember, means that, you know, that's from the manufacturer's description. So they list it as 2 meters. They don't give a time reference for how long, but 2 meters waterproof submersible. I have talked about the whole IPX rating system on some previous flashlight videos. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the different levels now, but IPX is at least IPX7 and then some, you know, per the manufacturer's rating. So I'm really excited. You know, if this works as well as I'm hoping it is, I hope this is not the last light Nitecore wants me to test out and review for them. So I guess now I just gotta wait to go outside. So I will put this little lanyard on, as I like to have on all my lights, just in case. And I will see you guys again outside in the frigid cold later tonight. All right, guys, it's 19 degrees out, but here I am, because here for you. So, wow. So you can't see anything, right? Nothing. Real quick, for those of you not familiar with how I do flashlights, I've got some reflective 550 cord hung up on the fence way down there. I've got the camera zoomed in quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this flashlight through all of its modes. If you see some smoke on camera, that is just my breath in this air out here. We're going to take a look at everything it does, you know, and see not only the quality of the light, but we want to look at how this little light, the area that it lights up, you know, how wide a field of regard it gives us, because it's not just is it bright, but how far does it throw the light, how wide is the light, you know, how useful is it. So I'm going to hold the light right next to the camera, so it's as if, you know, it's right there for us. Now I'm telling you, in the dark here, this clip landmarking, these two buttons, works great for finding them very quickly and very easily. So I'm going to start with the lowest setting. Now you can't really see anything. You can see the 550 cord reflecting, but I mean, now you see that reflective white stuff at the end of the yard over there. You can kind of see my hand now right in front of the camera, but you'll see it really, I mean, on this screen anyway, on the LCD screen for the camera, it's not really showing me anything else, and in real life I'm barely seeing anything at all, but it shows up on camera reflecting a lot better than it does in real life. So let's take it down to the red light. And this is the red light, and I actually see the red light reflecting great on the 550 cord, and I hope it comes out that way on the camera. The red light reflects in real life better on the reflective stuff than the white light does, but on camera it seems to be the opposite. And now here's our red blinker. Okay, it's going to go back up. Now remember, there's going to be quite a jump in the light here between this little tiny, you know, moonlight mode and the next one, which is pretty good. Now, like I said, I've got the light right next to the lens of the camera, so you can see exactly, as if the camera were seeing it, how much area, you know, it gives off. It lights up. And moving up, and moving up. And now we're starting to just white out, almost lose that reflective 550 cord. And now we're on our highest mode. Now we'll go down again. And now we'll do our jump to turbo. Oops, I gotta turn it off, I forgot. I turn it on, holding the button, it goes right to the turbo mode, which, I mean, it's pretty damn bright. There's my hand right in front of the cage. Oh wow, that's too bright. Really nice. So if I go all the way down and I hold it for a second, brings us right back to the turbo, and then goes back down. Okay, so I'm going to hold both buttons, and we've got our strobe. Hold them again, it's off. And we've got our little personal beacon. We'll hold them down again, and that should give us our SOS. And the camera's not going to focus very well there. And any button, single button, puts it back to where it was, which is red light, and then we can go back. So I think this is, you know, for a hand EDC light, that M1X Striker might be in trouble in terms of its reigning place as my king of the EDC lights. I love this one. These buttons, these up and down buttons, genius. I think I've said it 100 times now. Why doesn't everybody use this? Great. Okay, I'm going in. It's freezing. Let's wrap it up inside. Okay, guys, I wasn't sure I would ever like anything better than the Striker from Olight. I have a great relationship with Olight. I love Olight, but I definitely have to give this some solo pocket time and just see how it works out. The features on it, these buttons, how many times do I have to say it? Why doesn't every flashlight just use these buttons? It's great. The weight, the size, the fact that it comes with a cool pouch so you can clip it or pouch it or whatever. I'm really impressed with Nitecore. The quality of the light, the construction of it, the feel, everything. I hope that I'll get to present more of their stuff in the future and try it out. And, you know, I'm always talking about Massdrop. And Massdrop frequently has Nitecore stuff for a pretty good discount on their website. So I very well may have to check that out now. They have a whole flashlight section on Massdrop. So I'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, what did you guys think of the performance of this light as compared to something you may carry, or, you know, anything else we've looked at on the channel? What do you think? Standard spiel about all the links and cool stuff in the video description. I'm not going to beat that dead horse on this one. Thank you to Olight and to Corey for sending me the sample on this. Super impressed, super thrilled with this one. Definitely going to give this one a real workout and put it to really good use. And you will see it again in future videos, I'm sure. And, of course, super huge, big thank you to all of you guys, because you know what's coming next. You guys are all totally awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.